One day, on the banks of the Billabong, a very clever dingo caught a wombat and decided to make wombat stew. Wombat stew. Gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy, wombat stew.
Can wombats swim?
No, probably not, because they live under the ground in the dirt. Platypus came ambling up the bank. "G'day, dingo," he said, snapping his bill. "What is all that water for?" "I'm brewing up a gooey, chewy stew with that fat wombat," replied Dingo with a toothy grin. He's looking a bit excited about his stew, isn't he?
He's spelling it.
"If you ask me," said Platypus, "the best thing for a gooey stew is mud. Big blobs of Billabong mud." "Blobs of mud?" Dingo laughed. "Ha! What a good idea. Rightio, in they go." So Platypus scooped up big blobs of mud with his tail and he tipped them into the billy can. Around the bubbling billy, Dingo danced and sang. "Wombat stew, wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy, wombat stew." Waltzing out from the shade of the ironbarks came Emu. She arched her graceful neck over the broom. "Oh ho, Dingo," she fluttered. "What have we here?" "Gooey, chewy wombat stew," boasted Dingo. "Oh, if it only were a little bit more chewy," she sighed. "But don't worry, a few feathers will set it right." "Feathers?" Dingo smiled. "That would be chewy. Rightio, in they go." So into the gooey brew, Emu dropped her finest feathers. Around and around the bubbling billy, Dingo danced and sang. "Wombat stew, wombat stew, crunchy munchy for my lunchy, wombat stew." Old blue-tongued lizard came sliding off his sun-soaked stone. "Silly Dingo," he hissed, "there are no flies in this stew. Can't be wombat stew without crunchy flies in it." And he stuck out his bright blue tongue. "There's a lot to be said for flies," agreed Dingo, rubbing his paws together. "Rightio, in they go." So Lizard snapped 100 flies from the air with his long tongue and he flipped them into the gooey, chewy stew. Around and around and around the bubbling billy, Dingo danced and sang. "Wombat stew, wombat stew, crunchy munchy for my lunchy, wombat stew." Up through the red dust popped Echidna. "Wait a bit, not so fast," he whistled, shaking the red dust from his quills. "Now I've been listening to all this advice, and take it from me. For a munchy stew, you need slugs and bugs and creepy crawlies."
Creepy crawlies on that an alien in the attic. This little girl gets scared of creepy
Dingo wagged his tail. Why, I should have thought of that. Rightio, in they go. So Echidna dug up all sorts of creepy crawlies and dropped them into the gooey, chewy, crunchy stew.
Anthony.
Very clever dingo stirred and stirred. All the while he was singing, Wombat stew, wombat stew, hot and spicy, oh so nicey, wombat stew. Just then, the sleepy-eyed koala climbed down the scribbly gum tree. Oh, look here, he yawned. Any bush cook knows you can't make a spicy stew without gum nuts. Leave it to koala to think of gum nuts, Dingo laughed, and he licked his whiskers. Rightio, in they go. And into the gooey, chewy, crunchy, munchy stew, koala shook lots and lots and lots of gum nuts.
Gum nuts.
Aha! Cried Dingo. Now my stew is missing only one thing. What's that? Asked the animals. That wombat. Wait, stop! Hang on, Dingo. You can't put that wombat in the stew yet. Why not? You haven't tasted it. Rightio, I'll taste it. And that very clever dingo bent over the billy can and took a great big slurp of the stew. Oh, I'm poisoned, he yelled. You've all tricked me. And he dashed away deep into the bush, never ever again to sing, Wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy, wombat stew. And that's the end. What do you think the animals were trying to do?
Poison him.
No, I don't think they were trying to poison him. What do you think they were trying to? They might have been trying to save somebody. Who were they trying to save?
The wombat.
The wombat, because the wombat might have been one of their what? One of their friends. Good. And they didn't want to see one of their friends hurt, did they? Because if we put the wombat in the stew, would he have been okay or would he have been hurt? He would have been hurt. So the animals were trying to save their friend wombat, weren't they? And that dingo, got to watch the dingoes. They're not friendly dingoes in Australia. They look like a dog, don't they? But they're not friendly. They'll bite you. They'll eat you. So you've got to be careful of the dingoes. They're very tricky little things. Did you like that one?
Yeah. I love
You like that?